Beg your pardon. Forgot to knock.
Oh my god, it's so cheesy. I have no words. An English teacher will react to James Bond today. I got this request from one of my comments. This first scene we're going to watch is from The Man with the Golden Gun. Let's get straight into it.
Do not kill. It is the finger that pulls the trigger.
Exactly. I'm now aiming precisely at your groin. So speak over above hold your peace.
He said, I'm now precisely aiming at your groin. The groin is going to be a very painful area because that is the area downstairs.
Oh, this is impossible. I can't.
You're quite right. An inch too low.
So he shot the gun here and then he says, you're quite right, an inch too low. I'm assuming in a previous scene, I haven't seen the movie, but I'm guessing that guy said that this gun doesn't shoot quite right. Its aim is a bit off, so he shot and then luckily it went under his crotch and it didn't hit him. We can see why that is quite a shocking scene. Okay, someone aiming a gun at private areas. Okay, second clip we're going to look at today is The World Is Not Enough. This was Pierce Brosnan. Don't need to look this one up. This was in the age of when I was watching James Bond films when I was a child. Absolutely loved him. Thought he was my favorite James Bond. And then of course Daniel Craig came along. For me personally, I liked him a bit more, but this is going to be a really good one. Let's check it out.
Call him off.
He said there, cool him off. To cool someone off means that you're getting rid of them. They're going to leave. So instead of them coming up into the building, there's police outside, I believe, and she has control of those, maybe the police or bad guys that are coming into the building. And he's saying, cool them off. Tell them to go away.
You wouldn't kill me. You'd miss me.
Yes.
Die, Bond!
That happened.
I never miss.
Oh, what a silly line. Okay, so she said, you'd never kill me, you'd miss me. And then, of course, he shot her and said, I never miss, as in I never miss my shot. Wow, that's cheesy. Very funny, though. Very, very funny. I also just said that is cheesy. This is when something is a bit too much or a bit too corny. We kind of use these phrases in films if we feel like it doesn't feel realistic. Yeah, so here it didn't feel realistic to me, him saying, I never miss after killing someone. It's a bit of a serious situation. But yeah, of course, Bond, he never misses. Okay, so Roger Moore's James Bond, 1981, Your Eyes Only. Let's check it out.
You left this with Ferrara, I believe.
Look at that. Look, this is funny. When we have a look at the car here, we can see that he's not there. So then this is like obviously a real car, but they can't have someone hanging off the cliff in 81. I guess they thought that it wouldn't be visible, or if someone is there, you can't really see him trying to get out, or it doesn't look like he's got any emotion because I think it's probably a dummy if there is someone there. And then they wanted it to look like this. They wanted this shot, which I completely understand. It looks awesome. Look. The dummy, there's the dummy. He fell out the car. The same dummy, I reckon, that was in the car at the top. That's amazing. That's amazing. Classic filmmaking here. No CGI. They actually did this practically. Absolutely love it. That was a fantastic little scene.
Had no head for heights.
You always have to have the cheesy killing blow. Like, look how he fell out. He fell out that way, and now he's over here on the stones. What? Okay, continuity may not be there. He had no head for heights, okay, because they were in a high place, and it was like he wasn't good at a high altitude here. I wonder if it's an idiom. So it is exactly having a fear of heights, so it's quite literal here. It's not actually an idiom that means anything else. So he had no head for heights is like he wasn't good with heights, and then he kicked him off the cliff. Again, another cheesy James Bond killing line. Very funny. Okay, Live and Let Die. Let's have a look. His shave. Class act, right? Absolutely class. Will you see that one more time? This was brilliant. What a stroke of genius. How could we have James Bond kill this snake? Obviously. Is shaving foam flammable? I guess they would have thought about that, and it must be. I know that deodorant is, but okay. Oh, it's like aftershave. Okay, so aftershave must be flammable. I didn't think aftershave spray. Living Daylights. 87? Wow, Timothy Dalton as James Bond. Let's see. First Timothy Dalton clip. The door is open. Right, next shot. Where's the door? It's closed. We can't see the door. Come on. Okay, not much to break down in terms of English. He screamed as he fell. A scream is when you're scared of something. As you know, I'm sure. License to Kill. Oh, this is a famous one, right? Again, 89. Oh, it came out when I was born.
He's put his life on the line for me many times.
Oh, spare me this sentimental rubbish. He knew the risks.
Spare me this sentimental rubbish. Sentimental means that you are looking into the past and finding love for something, and maybe someone will think you're being over emotional about it. So here he's saying, don't think about this sentimentally. Don't think about it with your emotions. Think about it logically.
And his wife?
This private vendetta of yours could easily compromise Her Majesty's government.
Okay. So private vendetta of yours. A vendetta is when you kind of want to get revenge on one person. So he's saying that you've got to let this thing go, this personal thing that you have. Again, stop being emotional and letting this vendetta get in the way of the bigger mission here.
And I expect you to carry it out objectively and professionally.
Again, here we go. Objectively and professionally. It's the same thing. Stop being emotional about the case. This is what he's telling Bond. Bond, don't get too emotionally involved with what's happening.
Effective immediately. Your license to kill is revoked. And I require you to hand over your weapon.
So we have the word revoke. So revoke means to officially cancel. So here he's revoking his license. He's taking away his license. He's cancelling his license to kill, by the way. Because James Bond, of course, has a license to kill.
A farewell to arms.
Farewell to arms, so saying farewell to his guns. We have another word for guns, which is arms, right? We call them, the weapons are the arms as well. So he's saying goodbye to his guns. So we have Roger Moore here with The Spy Who Loved Me. And yes, this is the famous scene. I've seen it before. This is where his car turns into a submarine. He says to the woman just before going in, the beautiful lines of James Bond, "Can you swim?" Even though they're not going to need to swim.
It's time we said goodbye to an uninvited guest.
Again, the cheesy lines just before they... We say goodbye to an uninvited guest. And then... It's all fun and games in Hollywood. Diamonds are forever. They need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. One of the best soundtracks to a James Bond movie ever. Shirley Bassey, if I remember rightly, and this is the classic Sean Connery. I absolutely love the song from it, but don't know if I've seen the movie itself. Let's have a look at the clip.
You are English?
Yes, I'm English.
I speak English. Who is your floor?
Who is Reed, please?
Okay, I know I shouldn't be laughing. It was hilarious how they did that. How they shot that. How far away his crowbar swing was. And then how he waited for the fire extinguisher spray to be shot in his face. Yeah, very, very well choreographed for the time, I'm sure. GoldenEye for years was my favorite James Bond film. I absolutely loved it as a child. One, because I loved Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. Also, two, because you had the N64 game GoldenEye, which I was addicted to. It was so much fun. I loved all the missions and I played through the game countless times. And then my friends and I would, of course, play the game together, multiplayer, because that was N64 days when you had like 4 controller ports, which was a big deal. It wasn't all wireless back then. We had cables. And of course, the N64 controller looked like something out of, I don't know, a sci-fi movie already, which was really cool. GoldenEye. It's got a really cool song too.
Beg your pardon? Forgot to knock.
Oh my god, it's so cheesy. I have no words. I beg your pardon, I forgot to knock. And then he punches him, like, as if you're going to knock on a stool door anyway. You're in a toilet. Who's knocking on the stool door? Regardless, it's such a silly line. And beautiful that they get away with this, though. Like, beautiful. Just so funny. I don't think you get away with it nowadays. Not with the audiences we have, but it's brilliant. Maybe we should make a classic Bond. Maybe the next Bond should be more like this. What do you guys think? Write in the comment section below. Do you think Bond should be more like a Daniel Craig, more realistic? Or do you think we should go back to this more cheesy, funny, you know, one-liner, killing people type Bond? Let me know. Thank you very much for joining us today. This was an English teacher reacting and breaking down the English inside of James Bond movies. It was incredibly fun. I just enjoyed myself. These were really, really enjoyable to watch. I hope you enjoyed it too. If there's anything else you want me to react to / break down the English inside of, please write it in the comment section below. I will definitely do that. This was only from one comment, and I really appreciated the suggestion because this was just a really fun video to make. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.